Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. This is your Atletico Madrid versus Manchester United preview. It's the Champions League last 16 first leg. It's Wednesday night, the 23rd of February. It's an 8 o'clock kick-off. Diego Simeone is the Atletico Madrid manager. He's been the manager of Atletico Madrid for around a decade, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving manager. Manchester United have been in for Diego Simeone before, and I would certainly take him as Manchester United's next manager. Diego Simeone is under contract with Atletico Madrid until 2024. Atletico Madrid have got some very good players. They've got Matheus Cunha. He won't be playing in this game. Cunha is out with injury. Antoine Griezmann, he's very good. Griezmann is on loan at Atletico Madrid from Barcelona, but before Barcelona, Griezmann was at Atletico Madrid. So far, Griezmann has spent his entire career in Spain. Don't forget, a while ago, Manchester United were close to getting Antoine Griezmann, but we didn't get him because at the time, Atletico Madrid got a transfer ban. Luis Suarez, he's also very good. Atletico Madrid got Luis Suarez from Barcelona. Luis Suarez has played in the Premier League before because he is a former Liverpool player. Joao Felix, he's also very good. Atletico Madrid got Felix from Benfica. Angel Correa, he's good. They have Yannick Carrasco, Hector Herrera, Marcos Llorente, Daniel Wass. Daniel Wass is out with injury at the moment for Atletico Madrid, so he won't be playing any part in this game. They got Jose Gimenez as well. Atletico Madrid's first choice goalkeeper is Jano Black. Don't forget Manchester United were linked with him a while ago. Last month, Atletico Madrid lost Kieran Trippier. He went to Newcastle from Atletico Madrid. Last year, they loaned Saul Niguez out to Chelsea. Saul Niguez has been very poor at Chelsea. And quite a few years ago, they lost Thomas Partey. Partey went to Arsenal from Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid are 5th in La Liga. They won their last game against Osasuna 3-0. Manchester United are coming into this game on the back of a 4-2 win against Leeds at Elland Road. Manchester United's goals against Leeds came from Harry Maguire. He opened the scoring. It was a good header by Harry Maguire. Maguire's goal came from a corner. It was the first time Manchester United had scored from a corner this season. Bruno Fernandes scored for Manchester United. He also got an assist in the game. Fred came off the bench and scored, and Elanga came off the bench and wrapped the game up. The goals from Leeds came from Rodrigo. It was an attempted cross, but it went in. It caught De Gea out of surprise, and Rafinha came off the bench and scored for Leeds. Can't understand why Leeds didn't start him. Leeds scored 2 goals within like 25 seconds. Reflecting on the win against Leeds, it was back-to-back wins in the Premier League for Manchester United. But this is going to be a very tough game against Atletico Madrid. The Champions League is the only chance Man United have got of winning a trophy this season. Manchester United have not won a trophy since 2017. That's 5 years ago now. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013. That's nearly 10 years ago now. And the last time Manchester United won the Champions League was back in 2008. You do remember, don't you, when obviously Man United beat Chelsea in Moscow 6-5. Was it on penalties? Man United don't have that many players missing. We've obviously got Edison Cavani out. Obviously he didn't play any part against Leeds. I think Cavani's out until early March. Tom Eaton, obviously, he's out, but he doesn't get in the team, does he? He's our third choice goalkeeper. Bailly was injured not so long ago. Matic recently had a shin injury, and that's about it. After Atletico Madrid, Manchester United play Watford. Ralph Rangnick, he's been Manchester United's interim manager for almost 3 months. Rangnick is Manchester United's interim manager until the end of the season. Then it did initially say that Rangnick is expected to take up a consultancy role for a further 2 years. Fabrizio Romano said not so long ago that Rangnick wants the permanent Man United job. There's been good performances under Rangnick. There's also been poor performances as well. But Rangnick's been totally blameless for the poor performances. The players have had to take responsibility for the poor performances. We've tried a few different formations as well under Rangnick. Obviously, he started off with a 4-2-2 formation. Then obviously went with a 4-3-3 formation. Then obviously he's gone with a 4-2-3-1 formation quite a few times. I've got a lot of respect for Rangnick because he's a very good coach. He's a German coach, and the vast majority of German coaches are very good. Don't forget, a long time ago, Ralph Rangnick taught Jurgen Klopp, and obviously now Jurgen Klopp's doing very well at Liverpool. Unfortunately, Rangnick did not get backed in the January transfer window, and he actually got promised as well that he was going to get backed. Rangnick's endured one transfer window as Manchester United's interim manager. Man United endured a very disappointing January transfer window because last month Manchester United did not make any signings. We should have let Lingard and Henderson leave last month, but Man United blocked their exits. We had the incident as well with Mason Greenwood towards the end of the January transfer window. Man United did let around 8 players though leave last month. We loaned quite a few players out, didn't we? You know, Van der Beek went out on loan to Everton, Martial went out on loan to Sevilla, Amad Diallo went out on loan to Rangers, and Ethan Laird went out on loan. Tuan Zebe went to Napoli on loan. And Teden Mengi went out on loan to Birmingham. Rangnick, before Manchester United, he was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. And I've got to give credit to Rangnick as well because he has made changes since he's come in. Earlier on this season, he recommended Ewan Sharping as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach. And he also recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. Don't forget, Rangnick and Richard Arnold want Erik ten Hag to become the club's next manager. And a lot of Manchester United fans would like to see Erik ten Hag get recommended in. I think Erik ten Hag would be capable of winning trophies if he became Man United's next manager. You've got to admire the work Erik ten Hag has done at Ajax. You know, he's developed the young players well. He's won a couple of titles with them. Revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals, so there you go. And he's been Ajax manager for over 4 years. Ajax appointed him in back in 2017. His contract at Ajax expires next year. Ajax is the 4th club he's managing in his managerial career. Before Ajax, he managed Utrecht. Before then, he managed Bayern Munich's reserves, and before then, he managed Go Ahead Eagles. Mavicio Pottacino, obviously, he's been linked with a managerial role at Manchester United for a long time, but Pottacino to Man United is in doubt now. As you all know, Real Madrid are interested in Pottacino. They want Pottacino to replace Carlo Ancelotti because it did mention not so long ago that the Real Madrid president Florentino Perez was unhappy with Carlo Ancelotti. And Graham Potter, he said, you know, he's on Manchester United's radar as they search for a new manager. Graham Potter has been impressive at Brighton. He's been in charge of Brighton for almost 3 years. He's got a contract with Brighton until 2025. Before Brighton, he managed Swansea, and before then, he managed Ostersunds. Should Graham Potter be Manchester United's next manager? Would he be able to replicate at Man United, you know, what he's done at Brighton? Manchester United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Sir Alex Ferguson, you know, because we've sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson. We sacked David Moyes, we sacked Louis van Gaal, we sacked Jose Mourinho, and last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after almost 3 years in charge. In the summer this year, I'm expecting Manchester United to make some signings. I recently gave you the news on Declan Rice. Samuel Luckhurst said that Manchester United want Declan Rice and Rice is keen on United, but Manchester United are unlikely to meet West Ham's £100 million asking price. Declan Rice is predominantly a centre defensive midfielder. He can be deployed as a centre back. Declan Rice has been at West Ham for around 7.5 years now, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. He's made over 150 appearances in the Premier League for West Ham and he's scored around 6 goals. He's under contract to West Ham until 2024. Before West Ham, he was at Chelsea. He was in their youth setup for several years, but he actually never got in Chelsea's first team. Rice is only the age of 23. Manchester United want a midfielder because when Rangnick first came in, he identified Manchester United's midfield as a weakness. In the summer as well, I'm expecting a lot of players to depart the club. So in the summer, Cavani will leave. It said earlier on this season that Edison Cavani is expected to leave as a free agent this summer. It said Cavani prefers a move to La Liga. Revert back to earlier on this season, Rangnick did reveal that Cavani wanted to stay at Man United until the end of the season. Cavani's out of contract at Manchester United in the summer. Manchester United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Like I said, he's not available at the moment because he's out of injury. He's endured a few injuries since he signed for the club. As you all know, Cristiano Ronaldo will leave Manchester United in the summer if Man United fail to finish in the top 4. Prior to the game against Leeds, it said Man United will allow Cristiano Ronaldo to leave in the summer. And not so long ago, it said that Ronaldo was set to become Manchester United's new captain to replace Harry Maguire, but that's not happening this season because Rangnick did say that Harry Maguire will remain Man United captain until the end of the season. Ronaldo, of course, played against Leeds, weren't brilliant. He missed a tap-in the first half. It was a good save from Maguire, to be fair. Ronaldo also had another chance in the game against Leeds, but he was offside anyway, so even if he'd scored it, it wouldn't have counted. Ronaldo did get a yellow card, by the way, against Leeds. Ronaldo scored in the 2-0 win against Brighton. Reflecting on that, that ended Cristiano Ronaldo's goal drought. Since Ronaldo re-signed for Manchester United, he's scored 15 goals in all competitions. He's got over 800 goals in his career. Manchester United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million, was it, with the add-ons included? obviously wears a number 7 shirt, and Ronaldo's contract at Manchester United expires next year. There's an option to extend his contract for a further year. Ronaldo receives nearly £500,000 a week, so reflecting on that, he's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. Ronaldo's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Juan Mata, I'm expecting him to leave the club in the summer. Mata's out of contract at Manchester United in the summer. Don't have a great deal of a perception on him now because Mata doesn't get in the team. Mata lost his place in the team a while ago. Plus, he's ageing up and he's lost that yard of pace. But despite all of that, Juan Mata's had a good career at Manchester United. He's made around 277 appearances in all competitions, scored 51 goals, and Mata's been at Manchester United for 8 years now. Manchester United got Mata from Chelsea back in 2014. Got him for 37.1 million. Lingard, he'll also leave Manchester United in the summer. Like I said earlier on this video, Lingard should have left last month, but Man United blocked his exit. Last month it was Newcastle and West Ham that were battling it out to get him on loan. Lingard's out of contract at Manchester United in the summer. Lingard's been part of the club for a long time. He isn't up our academy in that, but he doesn't get in the team. Matic, I'm expecting him to leave in the summer. Matic obviously has been out of a shin injury, and he isn't one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that, he has been given his opportunities. Matic is the only predominant centre defensive midfielder Man United have got at the moment. Matic has been at Man United for around 4.5 years, 5 years now. Man United got Matic from Chelsea back in 2017, got him for £40 million. Pogba could leave Man United in the summer. Well, he said not so long ago that Paul Pogba is open to Premier League offers if he leaves Manchester United this summer. Earlier on this season, though, it said Pogba would be open to staying at Man United beyond the end of his contract. And earlier on this season as well, it said that Pogba would be willing to stay at Man United as long as Ralf Rangnick is the manager for next season. He mentioned that Pogba has been impressed by Ralf Rangnick since his arrival. Got to give Pogba credit, he's done really well since he recovered from injury. He played very well against Leeds yesterday, Pogba. He's made some nice touches, made some good runs, got into good positions, and don't forget Pogba created that chance for Ronaldo in the first half. Pogba got past Adam Forshaw far too easily. Pogba also played well when he came on in the 2-0 win against Brighton. He got an assist. He was good against Southampton at Old Trafford. Did well against Burnley at Turf Moor. Pogba, he scored in that game. That was his first goal of the season, and he did well on his return against Middlesbrough in the Cup. Pogba is injury prone because he's endured a few injuries since he re-signed for the club. This season has been Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he re-signed. Won 3 trophies at the club so far. He's played over 200 games since he re-signed, and Manchester United paid £89 million for Pogba, so reflecting on that, he's our most expensive signing at the moment. We had him when he was a lot younger under the Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. Phil Jones and Eric Bailly, I think they'll also leave in the summer because they don't really get in the team. Man United could look to sell Harry Maguire in the summer as well. He's not good enough to represent the club, but there again, you know, Maguire's done alright in his last 2 games. He was pretty good against Leeds. You know, like I said, he scored a good header. And he was good in the 2-0 win against Brighton. Like I said to you, Rangnick's confirmed that Maguire's going to remain Man United captain until the end of the season. A lot of Man United fans, though, the other week, you know, were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire. A lot of United fans are saying that Ronaldo should be the captain. Harry Maguire, you know, has been at Man United over 2 years. Manchester United overpaid for him. We've got Harry Maguire for 80 million, so he's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and he's the second most expensive signing at the club, behind Pogba. And Wan-Bissaka, you know, we could sell him in the summer. He did play against Leeds, but that was the first time he played in a while. You know, Bissaka doesn't really get his chances now because he's not our first choice right back under Rangnick. Delors is our first choice right back under Rangnick. To be fair to Bissaka though, I thought he did well against Leeds yesterday. Defensively, Bissaka's good. It's the attacking side of his game that lets him down. This season has been Bissaka's third full season at Man United. Man United got Bissaka from Crystal Palace back in the summer of 2019. We got him for around £50 million. Do you think Telles and Delors could leave the club in the summer? I know they are first choice fullbacks under Rangnick, but you know they have been subjected to transfer speculation before. And as for Telles, he has not started the last few games, has he? You know, obviously Luke Shaw's started. Telles obviously didn't play any part against Leeds yesterday. And Dean Henderson, I reckon Man United will offload him in the summer. Henderson's our second choice goalkeeper. Henderson doesn't get in goal now much because obviously De Gea's number one, and revert back to last summer, De Gea reclaimed that number one spot back. Henderson's only made 3 appearances this season. The other week, Henderson got arrested for abusing his girlfriend. So there you go. The Glazers, you know, they're still at Manchester United, and we need to get the Glazers out because they've been one of the biggest problems at the club for a long time. You know, the Glazers have owned Manchester United for around 16.5 years. They bought the club for 500 million back in 2005. Obviously, Richard Arnold is our chief executive. Richard Arnold did replace Ed Woodward at the beginning of this month. I'm glad that Ed Woodward stepped down. That was good news from Man United perspective that he stepped down, because Ed Woodward was one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. You know, Ed Woodward was at Manchester United for around 17 years. I hate the way the football club has been run for a long time. What Manchester United have got to accept is that not going to be the team we was under Ferguson. You know, Alex Ferguson was the greatest manager of all time. Alex Ferguson, you know, brought success to Manchester United. He won 30-odd trophies, including 13 Premier League titles, but he didn't settle in straight away because Ferguson didn't win out in his first 4 years at Man United, and at that point, you know, he was like 1 game away from the sack. So good job he didn't get sacked, or wouldn't have had any success now. And Alex Ferguson was at Manchester United for 26 years, so reflecting on that, he was a long-serving manager. You know, Ferguson retired 9 years ago. Man United, in the last 10 years or so, have spent over 1.3 billion. We've brought over 40-odd players in, I reckon, since Ferguson retired. And let me put into the equation, none of this squad is Rangnick's. You know, Rangnick is inheriting players who other managers have brought in. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.